serious charges against people whom I've appointed, whether they are brushed under the carpet or all of these things are matters that will unfold. And I think it's in an area whereby actions will speak louder than words.
But Minority spokesperson on Foreign Affairs Samuel Ablakwa has expressed disappointment in what he describes as the president's prejudicial comments on the cash for seed saga. Mr. Ablakwa, in an interview with Evan Spencer on Top Story, says the president's attempt to justify the actions of the Trade Ministry seriously undermines the work of the parliamentary committee probing the matter.
What the president did today, not once, not twice. And why? And since this matter broke, why is the president so attached to this matter? Why is it so? I mean, in less than 24 hours, he put out a statement that he had cleared the trade minister and nothing untoward has happened.
But that was based on some hard work that had been done. And he explained it today.
Yeah,
that
in less
the minister
than 24
had come,
hours.
He was satisfied. And with explanations he's been given, he has the right to say, I have looked into the details and I'm satisfied with the explanations I've received. What is wrong with that?
From the Flagstaff House on the 21st of December, you've heard former President Rawlings speak. He's not been impressed. You've heard the Ghana Integrity Initiative speak. The local chapter of Transparency International, they have not been impressed. You've heard even members of the president's own party, like PC or Piofori, like Kennedy Ejapon, who have all said that, look, we are not impressed. This whole thing is a charade. Nobody should have come up with this scheme that you pay money and you get access to the president. You don't sell presidential access. You don't sell public time. You don't engage in this unethical, immoral, inappropriate conduct. You don't do that. It's not only the minority saying that. I've heard the CDD also comment, and they have all said that, look, there are fundamental ethical issues that raise questions about the fight against corruption. So what's the hurry? Can the president wait? The committee has just started.
Let me bring you up.
And you engage in such prejudicial, such unacceptable. What you have done is to undermine the work of this committee. You control the House. Are you telling me that members of Parliament on the MPP side, having heard their president today, will want to come to any other conclusion, regardless of the facts before them? The president has just bastardized the process.
But Deputy Minister of Information Kojo Nkrumah, who sees nothing wrong with the president's comments, is accusing the minority of being inconsistent, adding he is optimistic the ministry will be exonerated at the end of the probe.
They, in the initial stages, made a lot of prejudicial comments, even before going for the probe. Yet they quickly turn around and say
two wrongs make a right?
No, I'm saying that it's double standards on their part. I keep making the point that we should be consistent always in our argument level. Now, in this particular instance, the president did not say that he has cleared the trade ministry. No. The president makes the point that, listen, on the face of the evidence, and that's why we have the concept of prima facie. On the face of the basic evidence that we are looking at, everybody will ask himself, is this even plausible? But because I've said I want everything investigated, you will have another investigation going on in Parliament. Even though on the face of the evidence, look, this gentleman, my friend, he comes to my house, I go to his house, you wouldn't believe this on the face. Beyond that, I have had an opportunity to look at it and ask him to explain to the nation. Beyond these two levels, you will still have to have a probe going, because I've made a commitment that I want all of these things investigated. I think anybody who listens to the president in this context is clear that the president is not undermining the probe that is ongoing.
But his comments...
The people of Ghana, as they watch this probe, as they listen to the answers everybody will give, will determine. We are not in a hurry. They shouldn't be in a hurry. Let people decide.
Wrap up.
Now, the president explained during a Q&A with journalists the issuance of national IDs had delayed because of a review of the law establishing it, but insisted it is a major plank of government's agenda.
Unfortunately, with the national ID system, which is delayed, the law under which the program was going to be unveiled was at the last minute subjected to another review and found to be inadequate. So a new LI, because the process has to take place and be implemented under an enabling law. A new LI is ready for submission to Parliament when Parliament reassembles on the 23rd, and after the 21 days working period is over, it will be ready to go into motion. But it is certainly not on the back burner because it's such an important aspect of our own overall strategy for going forward.
He also took answers from journalists about the status of the agreement with the U.S. government that brought in the 2 ex-detainees from Guantanamo Bay.
We get more detainees. The period is up. A decision has to be made as to, and that decision is under active. We need to be able to say something to the Parliament when it resumes, as to, because the period under which the agreement was brought has come to an end. We have to decide whether or not we're going to grant them permission to stay, whether we're going to make arrangements for them to go somewhere else. All those things are being actively examined as we sit. But I'm fully aware that a decision on them has to be made, and it cannot be made in 6 months or 5 months. It has to be made now.
Now, the president's answer, however, contradicts what the Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister Charles Oredu had to say about the issue when he was asked on Tuesday. He said a decision had already been taken and was just waiting to be made public.
And then on Gitmo 2, yeah, we have a decision on Gitmo 2, but it's the fact that it's not being communicated doesn't mean we don't have a decision. There's a decision, and yes, we do. And at the appropriate time, government at the appropriate time, government would put that decision out. But we do have a decision.
Right, there has been talk of an imminent reshuffle of ministers, which may see some appointees being shown the exit. But the president said he is satisfied with their performance so far. You're watching Joy News Prime, and we're not done with the president's media encounter yet. The president has been taking on for his comments regarding the reduction in electricity tariffs. Now, his energy minister, however, says the criticisms are unfounded. We'll be hearing from him when we come back from the break. Stay tuned.